Buying a new car used to mean peace of mind, shiny paint, fresh warranty, and the promise that you wouldn't be stranded on the side of the road. But today, that promise is broken. Hidden inside some of the most popular vehicles on the market are problems that don't just inconvenience you, they can wreck your budget, drain your savings, and leave you trapped with a loan. And the scariest part? These failures aren't random. They follow a pattern, one the industry doesn't want you to see. From trucks that break down just after the warranty ends to luxury EVs that can't even turn on. These are the 5 vehicles in 2025 that are nightmares to own. The hybrid truck that breaks when you need it most. It is marketed as America's favorite truck, now reimagined with cutting-edge hybrid technology. The Ford F-150 Hybrid promises capability, fuel efficiency, and the future of driving, all in one full-sized package. Yet behind the shine of its digital dashboard and the hum of its electric motor lies a troubling reality that many owners are discovering the hard way. According to the latest data released by Consumer Reports in the year 2025, the Ford F-150 Hybrid is now ranked among the least reliable vehicles on the road. The core of the issue lies in the hybrid system itself, specifically the electric battery pack and the automatic transmission components that interface with the combustion engine. While Ford's marketing champions the seamless integration of electric and gas power, real-world usage paints a different picture. Owners have reported a wave of failures occurring just outside of standard warranty coverage, typically between 60,000 and 70,000 miles. These aren't minor inconveniences. These are system-wide malfunctions that render the vehicle unsafe, inoperable, or prohibitively expensive to repair. One such owner, a contractor from Michigan, shared his ordeal after reaching just 65,000 miles. That's a mere 5,000 miles beyond the typical 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. His F-150 Hybrid began displaying error codes related to the hybrid drive system. Within a week, the transmission failed entirely, followed shortly by a fault in the lithium-ion battery pack. The diagnosis? A complete hybrid system rebuild at an estimated cost of $7,500. As he put it, it felt like the truck knew when the warranty ended, and it waited until the day after. The financial strain of such a repair is hard to understate. $7,500 is, for many Americans, equal to or greater than the cost of an entire reliable compact car, something like a base model Toyota Corolla. That's an entire second vehicle gone into the drivetrain of a truck that was supposed to save money on gas and reduce trips to the shop. The irony is painful. This is not a luxury vehicle with exotic components. It's a workhorse, intended for families, contractors, and small businesses. What makes the issue even more frustrating is Ford's response, or lack thereof. While many owners have petitioned for warranty extensions or class action level recall initiatives, the company has thus far declined to offer comprehensive coverage. Some isolated goodwill cases have been granted, but these are the exception, not the rule. For most, the bill arrives with no recourse and no apologies. This leaves owners in a dangerous position. Either fork out thousands to keep their truck running or continue paying a monthly note on a vehicle that now sits motionless in a repair bay. The issue is not just mechanical, it's systemic. When complex hybrid systems are rushed to market to meet emission targets or marketing deadlines, insufficient testing can lead to premature failure in the field. In internal documents leaked during a technical review last year, engineers reportedly flagged the transmission cooling system as underperforming during stress tests, specifically when operating under hybrid load. These warnings were allegedly downplayed or ignored to keep production on schedule for the 2021 launch window. Now, years later, the consequences are being shouldered not by the automaker, but by the consumer. The F-150 Hybrid serves as a cautionary tale for early adopters of hybrid or electrified trucks. The technology, while promising in theory, appears to have been applied here without the rigorous vetting required for long-term durability. The result is a hybrid platform that fails just as the vehicle's loan matures, leading to a perfect storm of underwater loans, mechanical failure, and financial hardship. There are better options, however. If you're shopping in this segment and want hybrid efficiency without gambling on unproven tech, consider the Toyota Tundra Hybrid. Unlike the F-150, the Tundra's hybrid system is built on Toyota's decades-long track record of electrified drivetrain reliability. Consumer Reports data shows far fewer system failures, longer-lasting components, and superior warranty support. While no vehicle is perfect, the Tundra Hybrid stands as a more conservative and safer investment for those who need a capable truck that won't turn into a liability the moment the odometer tips past 60,000 miles. The F-150 Hybrid showed what happens when trucks fail. Now let's see what goes wrong when a six-figure EV fails silently. The luxury EV that stops without warning. Sleek, silent, and luxurious, the Cadillac Lyriq debuted as General Motors' bold entry into the premium EV market. Promising cutting-edge design and seamless digital integration, it quickly became a status symbol for eco-conscious professionals and luxury buyers alike. With a futuristic interior, intuitive software systems, and a driving experience praised by automotive journalists, it had all the hallmarks of a game-changer. Yet by the year 2025, the Lyriq has found itself under a very different spotlight, as one of the most problematic luxury EVs on the market. Consumer Reports reliability data paints a troubling picture. The Lyriq has consistently shown a high rate of failure in critical electronic subsystems, like the infotainment cluster, power management software, and the digital climate and drive controls. While these failures might sound benign at first glance, their implications are anything but benign. In a vehicle that relies on full software mediation for everything from acceleration to braking response, system errors can mean total immobilization. Owners have reported an array of baffling and frustrating experiences. Some encountered black screens at startup, requiring hard resets with no guarantee of success. Others experienced complete loss of power while driving, with no clear cause, and worse, no reliable fix. One high-profile case, shared widely across owners' forums, involved a Massachusetts-based lawyer whose Lyriq refused to charge or power on after an over-the-air update. The service center's diagnosis? A corrupted software kernel and a failing charging module. Time to repair? 6 weeks. That's 6 weeks without a car, during which time the owner continued paying a monthly lease of $1,200. The emotional toll, coupled with the financial frustration, is a scenario echoed by hundreds of Lyriq owners across the country. In many cases, parts are on backorder, repair expertise is limited to specific certified centers, and software bugs often reappear after initial resolution. Financially, the risks compound. The average cost of repairing these complex electronic systems, especially once out of warranty, is staggering. A single replacement of the central command module can run upwards of $6,000, effectively matching Cadillac's own projected 10-year maintenance cost in one isolated repair. And that assumes the part is available and the technician knows how to replace it correctly the first time. This is where value and risk intersect in dangerous ways. Buyers purchase a Cadillac expecting refinement and assurance. Yet when that refinement becomes dependent on glitch-prone software and proprietary hardware, it becomes clear that prestige does not protect against poor execution. Cadillac may have bet big on the Lyriq, but it is the consumer paying the price. For buyers considering a mid-size premium EV, there is a safer route. The Ioniq 5, though not overtly luxurious, has earned far higher reliability ratings in both powertrain and electronic integration. Built with a focus on simplicity, modularity, and global platform efficiency, the Ioniq 5 is not only more affordable up front, it is less likely to leave owners stranded during a software update. Look, glitches are scary, but what if your car fights you on the road? The next vehicle doesn't crash software, it tries to throw you off the highway. The off-road icons that shake themselves apart.
For generations, the Jeep name has symbolized freedom, ruggedness, and American off-road heritage. The image of a Jeep conquering trails and cresting rocky hills remains iconic. But for many modern owners of the Jeep Gladiator and Jeep Wrangler, that iconic experience is accompanied by an all-too-common and less glamorous reality. Frequent breakdowns, unpredictable handling, and repair bills that arrive just when you thought you were in the clear. Among off-road vehicles, the Gladiator and Wrangler remain uniquely desirable. Their design, rooted in military lineage, appeals to drivers looking for both adventure and presence. However, recent reliability data, especially from Consumer Reports, exposes a painful truth. The very traits that make Jeep special, solid axles, minimalistic engineering, and lift kit-friendly geometry, are also the source of their most expensive and dangerous failures. The core of the issue lies in the steering and suspension systems. Owners across the United States have reported violent shaking of the front end, especially when driving at highway speeds. The term death wobble has become synonymous with Jeep forums and service center conversations. It's not just a vibration, it's a terrifying oscillation that makes the vehicle feel like it's trying to shake itself off the road. These aren't isolated events. Consumer Reports data reveals a sharp spike in such mechanical failures beginning around year 4 or 5 of ownership. That's not coincidental. Most extended warranties expire around 60,000 miles or the end of year 5. And just as coverage ends, the costs begin. This is what we call the timeline trap. It's a predictable pattern baked into the life cycle of ownership. The vehicle gives the illusion of reliability early on, just long enough to make you feel safe, before revealing its weaknesses after the window for free repair has closed. For Jeep owners, it means facing front-end rebuilds, steering stabilizer replacements, and suspension repairs that frequently exceed $2,500. What deepens the financial blow is what happens next: the resale value nosedive. Once these systemic problems become widely known, and they have, Jeep resale values drop precipitously. On average, Wranglers and Gladiators lose 20% more of their value than comparable vehicles in the same class. That's before major mechanical issues are disclosed. If your vehicle has documented suspension or steering repairs, buyers become even more hesitant, further reducing your ability to sell or trade in. This erosion of value becomes a one-two punch: rising costs to repair, falling ability to recoup your investment. For budget-conscious families or younger drivers who believed in the brand's reliability mythology, it's financially devastating. They're trapped paying off loans on vehicles that don't deliver the performance or safety they were promised. It's important to understand that many of these failures are not the result of poor maintenance. The issues stem from design choices. Jeep's decision to retain a solid front axle, prized by off-road enthusiasts, compromises high-speed stability. Combine that with aging suspension geometry, and the result is a vehicle that feels increasingly out of place in modern traffic environments. Some owners try to fix the issues through aftermarket upgrades: heavy-duty track bars, new bushings, or upgraded steering dampers. But those solutions come at a cost, often beyond what casual Jeep drivers are prepared for. Even then, they rarely solve the problem permanently. For those seeking off-road capability without the mechanical roulette, there is a clear and proven alternative: the Toyota 4Runner. While its design may feel dated to some, its reliability is virtually unmatched in the segment. Toyota's proven body-on-frame engineering, consistent suspension components, and conservative approach to innovation have resulted in a vehicle that outlasts most of its competitors, without leaving owners in financial jeopardy. There's still a place for adventure on four wheels, and one EV maker seems really interested to dominate this gap. While Jeep may have history and reputation, these guys have hype and billions in funding. But no one warned buyers about the alignment failures and $30,000 repair bills. The startup truck that's stranding owners. Rivian entered the automotive world with a bang. a startup with billions of dollars in backing and a bold mission: build adventure-ready electric vehicles from the ground up. The Rivian R1T pickup and R1S sport utility vehicle debuted with fanfare, boasting quad motor systems, off-road chops, sleek user interfaces, and the aura of innovation. It felt like the Tesla of trucks. But in the years since those first deliveries, Rivian's reputation has shifted from cutting-edge to cautionary. Consumer Reports, alongside investigative reports from Business Insider, now ranks Rivian among the least reliable automotive brands in North America. This is not an idle warning. Real-world data shows patterns of early failures, build quality inconsistencies, and chronic service delays that plague even low-mileage vehicles. A notable example comes from an early adopter in Colorado, who reported not one, but 3 alignment-related failures within the first 15,000 miles of ownership. Each time, the vehicle pulled abruptly during highway driving, posing not just an inconvenience, but a serious safety concern. Each repair required travel to a certified service center more than 200 miles away. That's an 8-hour round trip, multiple times, for problems that shouldn't exist in a brand new vehicle. These alignment issues are just the tip of the iceberg. Reports of phantom warning lights, suspension calibration failures, and battery management system errors are growing. And because Rivian's dealer and service infrastructure remains small and regionally concentrated, most owners face long repair waits and limited support. The financial implications are severe. The Rivian R1T starts at $75,000. This is a luxury-level price point. Owners expect not only innovation, but consistency, dependability, and easy support access. Instead, many are encountering downtime, expensive diagnostics, and limited parts availability. A single battery repair or drivetrain replacement, if out of warranty, can approach or exceed $30,000. That's more than most Americans pay in a year for housing. Let that sink in. A single unexpected repair on this vehicle can wipe out the equivalent of 12 months of mortgage payments. For owners who finance their Rivian with high expectations of resale value and durability, the shock hits doubly hard. Unlike legacy automakers, who can shift repairs to a broad network of dealers, Rivian remains in its expansion phase. Service appointments are often delayed weeks, even months. While over-the-air software updates can resolve minor bugs, they can also create new ones, disabling features or introducing battery drain issues with no immediate fix. Some owners still swear by their Rivians, and the driving experience can indeed be remarkable when the vehicle performs as intended. But the risk is real, especially in climates with extreme temperatures or remote locations where service options are limited. This is the classic startup trade-off: innovation at the expense of consistency. For buyers who love the idea of an electric pickup but want a more proven path, the safer alternative lies with the Ford F150 Lightning. While not perfect, and with its own reliability debates, the Lightning benefits from Ford's established service network and more mature parts supply chain. Issues are still addressed with delay, but not with the uncertainty or scarcity that Rivian owners face.
When German engineering falls apart. When the Mercedes-Benz EQE Sport utility vehicle was announced, it was framed as nothing less than the future of German automotive engineering. Sleek, aerodynamic, and brimming with high-end technology, it was intended to serve as the flagship that would usher luxury drivers into the electric era. The marketing emphasized precision, sophistication, and heritage. After all, Mercedes-Benz has for over a century been synonymous with quality and excellence. Yet by the year 2025, the reality of this premium electric vehicle has become a financial trap for many of its owners. Far from being the pinnacle of reliability, the EQE Sport utility vehicle is now ranked among the most problematic cars of its class, with numerous reports highlighting catastrophic battery management failures, widespread software glitches, and sudden, terrifying power losses on the road. Automotive journalists at The Australian placed the EQE Sport utility vehicle in the unenviable category of worst cars of 2025, citing frequent breakdowns tied to both electrical and digital system instability. For a vehicle that starts near six figures in price, this designation is damning. Owners expected elegance and dependability, but what many received was a machine that failed them when they needed it most. Unlike a minor rattle or trim issue, these problems strike at the very core of the vehicle's drivability, often leaving customers stranded without warning. The complexity of the battery management system, designed to optimize range and efficiency, has instead created a maze of error codes, untraceable glitches, and expensive replacement requirements. Consider the story of a Florida resident who purchased an EQE Sport utility vehicle at a staggering sticker price of $87,000. Within only 18 months of ownership, this individual watched as the vehicle's value collapsed by $52,000 due to repeated breakdowns and the stigma of poor reliability. The tipping point came when the battery management system failed outright, forcing the vehicle into limp mode and requiring a full pack replacement. The part was not available locally, and the repair involved a wait time of more than 2 months. During this period, the owner continued to make monthly payments on a car that was unusable, while also covering the cost of a rental vehicle to maintain basic mobility. The psychological stress of pouring money into what was supposed to be a dream purchase turned quickly into a nightmare. The repair bill alone was jaw-dropping. Replacing the EQE Sport utility vehicle's highly integrated battery pack cost $22,000, a number that is beyond comprehension for most families. To put that into perspective, that sum could purchase a brand new compact sedan outright, or cover nearly half the price of a Lexus RX Hybrid, an alternative that offers exceptional reliability and lower total ownership costs. Worse still, the EQE Sport utility vehicle itself had depreciated so quickly that its market value fell below $60,000. Investing $22,000 into a vehicle that had already lost more than half its worth in under 2 years is not just financially unwise, it borders on madness. For many, the decision is impossible. Either sell at a massive loss, pay for repairs that will never be recouped, or continue sinking money into an unreliable machine. This pattern is not isolated. Across North America and Europe, owners have reported similar experiences. Long waits for parts, overburdened service centers, and poorly coordinated software updates compound the frustration. Unlike traditional mechanical breakdowns that can often be resolved by third-party shops, the EQE Sport utility vehicle's proprietary electrical systems tie owners exclusively to authorized Mercedes-Benz service providers. These providers, charging labor rates of $175 per hour or more, often diagnose issues that require total module replacement rather than simple repairs. The result is a service ecosystem that drains owners' wallets while offering little assurance that the same issue will not reappear in the future. The deeper systemic problem lies in the philosophy guiding modern luxury electric vehicles. Mercedes-Benz engineered the EQE Sport utility vehicle to push boundaries in efficiency and digital integration. Yet this ambition introduced layers of complexity far beyond what current testing and support structures could reliably manage. Internal reports suggest that engineers flagged the cooling systems for the power electronics and battery pack as insufficient under certain climate conditions. These warnings appear to have been overridden to keep production timelines on schedule and to position Mercedes-Benz as a leader in the electric luxury segment. The result? A car that shines in glossy advertisements but falters dramatically in real-world conditions. For potential buyers, the lesson is clear. Prestige branding no longer guarantees peace of mind. If your goal is to own a luxury sport utility vehicle that combines hybrid technology with proven reliability, the Lexus RX Hybrid is a vastly safer choice.
Lexus, long recognized for its emphasis on durability, continues to top reliability rankings year after year. Its hybrid systems, refined through decades of Toyota engineering, have demonstrated longevity that surpasses even traditional gas-powered rivals. While it may lack the futuristic sheen of a Mercedes-Benz EQE Sport utility vehicle, it delivers something far more valuable: consistency, dependability, and protection from catastrophic financial shocks. Ultimately, the Mercedes-Benz EQE Sport utility vehicle stands as a cautionary tale. In the rush to electrification, manufacturers may prioritize innovation, styling, and marketing hype over rigorous testing and consumer well-being. The cost of this imbalance is borne not by the executives who sign off on rushed designs, but by the individuals making monthly payments on vehicles that cannot be trusted to start, drive, or even hold their value. A luxury badge and futuristic features mean nothing when the most important feature, reliability, is missing. For the average owner, that shiny emblem on the hood becomes a daily reminder not of success, but of regret. The story of the EQE Sport utility vehicle demonstrates that the golden age of durable, dependable luxury may be fading. As complexity increases, so too do the risks. The message for consumers is simple. Do not be seduced by brand names and futuristic promises. Look beyond the showroom, beyond the advertisements, and into the data. Choose the vehicle that not only dazzles on the lot, but still runs reliably after 100,000 miles. In the world of modern cars, the real luxury is peace of mind.